Hey Crown Content Publications followers, viewers, and supporters. Thank you for clicking on my video to see what it is I had to say again today. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as I introduce myself as Arthur, podcast show host of the Crown Content Publications podcast show where publishing and marketing meet. Tetta Sherry Whitney. If you do subscribe, you're going to be thankful that you did, because this is where, publishing and marketing meet. We try to keep the power of business networking connections alive, one entrepreneur's story at a time. How are we doing this? Well, we interview authors and entrepreneurs pretty much weekly, and it's been such a great effect. It's been so positive that we are going to begin to pretty much transfer and merge what we've been doing on Spotify and iHeartRadio on our podcast channels. We're going to go ahead and merge that over here to YouTube. Go ahead and get these guys to start streaming with me live, because I don't think y'all believe in the power of business networking connections unless I come on camera and show y'all, like, man, the sparks be amazing, right? I might not do the same type of work that Jane or Jack or John does. I don't know what it is with the J's, but when it comes to the world of entrepreneurship, there's so many different levels that it's like we're a whole nother caliber of people, right? Because people oftentimes think because you make your own hours or because you can set your income limits where you are, that you don't still have your trying or testing periods until you get to ultimately where you want to be. So we have those kind of conversations on our podcast show, and I'm very grateful in case they are listening out here. I know some of my previous interviewed entrepreneurs are subscribed to my channel. Thank you from Miss Whitney for your support, because what's been happening is more people are reaching out. I'm about to start interviewing some poets, guys, going into the beginning week of June, so that's exciting. Yay! On my podcast show I can make the audience clap, but I can't do it on here. So I'll clap for myself, but I think that's awesome. I'm actually more excited to promote others, to get others' names out there, right? That's all I've ever been good at too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being able to see the positivity in others. And I wouldn't care if you showed me 80% of the negative of who they are. I feel like I've always had this kind of like gift to see the good in people. So that's another story in itself. I'll save for another day, because just because I see the good in somebody does not always mean that they can see it at that time in their life, or that they understand what it is I see in them, right? Once again, they could have a whole 80% darkness aura on them at the time, but that 20%, I'm the type of person, boy, I see that, I gravitated to it like a moth. Okay, so for right now, though, I use my energy for authors and entrepreneurs in our local communities and across the globe. Subscribe to this channel for those interviews, but then we do my one, pretty much where it's just me on here talking, like today, y'all, too. I keep doing this, my shirt. I thought it had a button up here. So anyways, I thought I would get on here before I check in for work for today and talk about something, because this was pretty much one of those random thoughts. Y'all know as authors, you have a lot of thoughts and you just get on this deep train of thought sometimes, but I wouldn't be the first one to say that, man, this virtual world, y'all call it technology or you call it social media, whatever you want to call it. I say virtual world, guys, because where I'm coming from with it, anything with an avatar, or that allows you to create an alias, or that allows you to step outside of reality and become something else in that world, to me is virtual, okay? So it's just crazy. Like, I think this segment, y'all gonna be laughing, because I think I'll just ask questions and you guys leave your comments below, because sometimes just asking questions will spark the interest of others, because they'll be like, I never thought about that either, or, well, this is my opinion or my perception on it, Miss Whitney. But like I started off saying, to me, virtual might be something else to you. Virtual is anything where you get to create this whole other personality. I want to start off by using Roblox for a great example, because my kids love Roblox. I don't know the half about it, but the little bit I do know, they have taught me. And even my kids, I got them to look at it. I'm like, I feel like y'all like this game so much because you get to create a whole nother personality outside, which is okay. It's a game, because back in my day we had stuff like Sims. Y'all remember the game Sims? Like this little computer virtual game, like you can make an avatar and put the clothes on them and they have a house and everything you can have in the real world, in the virtual world. So I was just telling my kids, which inspired this video podcast topic discussion today, it's cool to like and even love a game, but never forget your touch. I mean, because to me, reality, the life we live when we have to live every day, to me, it's more real. But once again, like I said, put your comments in the comment section, because I'm interested to hear what y'all got to say. Like, none of us can deny that all of these virtual options on digital apps and social medias and games out here has not maybe had, I'm not going to say positive or negative yet. That's why the questions I have here I'm going to bring out. But definitely have had some type of impact on society. So, am I the first one to observe this? No. But what I observe from my opinion and my perception is that when the doors of not just technology but a whole virtual world, which I guess you can consider social media a virtual world. Y'all notice how Facebook and TikTok, like you can literally make an avatar now. And you can put this avatar as your Facebook picture. I'm going to speak on emojis in a minute, because to me, emojis is not actually showing an emotion. It's like kind of like, it's still like writing. It's a form of writing, but it's still like this little digital emotion. Like, is that real though? Just because you send me a circle face with two heart eyes, like how do I know that? Because I know what that emoji is supposed to mean, but how do I know you really feel that? I sent you a picture of my new prom dress and you respond with an emoji with two heart eyes. Okay, well, I would perceive that means you love the dress, or you think, you got love in your eyes about the dress, right? But how do I know if that's real? I'm probably the only person in the world even challenges emojis right now, but I love being me. Like, how do I know that's how you actually feel about the dress? This is an emoji. Okay, so it's cool. It's just become a new form of communication. Like, and some know how to use emojis better than others. And my question is, have you guys ever sat back and thought, like, and asked yourself, like, do emojis actually provoke my emotions, invoke my emotions, move my emotions? Because if they do, I think this is a very good discussion topic this morning before I check into work, okay? Yeah. Because it's like, aren't I running from reality if I no longer have to like embrace and show somebody love physically or through the phone like we used to, or through a letter? Now I can just send them a lazy emoji. Hey, I'm finna go to sleep, and then put the sleepy with the Z's on it. And sometimes emojis just be extra, but y'all get my point. Is the virtual world colliding or somehow affecting? Once again, no, I am not the only person to observe this. It's just that I'm Author Podcast Show host Tetta Sherry, and it's time that I give my opinion about it, okay? So, I'm going to kind of, in a way, talk about pros and cons that have been assessed when it comes to virtual world or emojis. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. My phone is kind of going off the hook right now because I've been marketing these podcast show interviews. let me since I brought that up, because I didn't bring it up to brag, I'm really excited. We got authors and poets and entrepreneurs very, very interested in streaming with me on here and talking about their work in books. I hope you guys are excited. If you're not a book nerd, maybe this is not the channel for you. But all of us either did or should have, reading was a very essential part of our upbringings. Reading has also taught us a lot, okay? And reading is a form of communication. But that's a great point, right? Reading is not virtual. They've made that virtual too, didn't they? Oh, now we got ebooks. But let me stay on topic here. Subscribe to my channel, guys, because we will be interviewing poets, authors, writers, entrepreneurs, proofreaders, editors, anything that have to do with publishing. Publishers too, right here on the channel, going into the summer of 2022. Yay! And you guys get to be a part of my growth. You get to be a part of the Crown Content Publications movement. Because on previous segments in the past 2 weeks, I have been kind of announcing, that we have pretty much formed our own lines of a, nonprofit organization to also assist homeschool parents, homeschool students, and online students of any sort. But this is not that type of segment. Okay? You heard me say online. Boy, that's not my fault. Things are merging to virtual, but it's just a topic I want to bring up. But because they're merging to virtual this, virtual, online, this and that, I thought I would make the best of my business services and bring them out and also try to assist and help promote, market. I said the word right the first time. Assist authors and entrepreneurs in 2022. And how am I doing that? Just simply marketing my mission to keep the power of business networking alive. Okay? So everybody's podcast shows and videos are not going to be about the same topics, nor are they founded on the same ethics and morals. Okay? But, to me, I've talked about this on other segments when we talk business. For those of you new to my channel, I am a business student in college right now. I'm not going to tell y'all what branch of business I'm studying, but I'm definitely studying business, and so it just gave me a new perspective on so much when it comes to business, right? Even the foundation of our very country and the way that, I don't care how you try to put it, tribes we come from, cultures we come from, there was always some open market where people could buy their fish and their loaves of bread and their cattle, and just business has always been a part of society. That's all I'm saying. So let me stay on topic here. I had to get that out because when I say the phone is buzzing, and this is really my life, I go to work in 1 hour, but at the same time I'm marketing my business, and I'm happy about the support on the YouTube channel and the Crown Content Publications podcast show. If you'd like to tune in to previously recorded segments with entrepreneurs and authors, or become a guest on my show, I will leave information in the comments or description section, like I always do, about how that's going to look, or how you can access my podcast show that is separate from YouTube until I change that, because I do want to start bringing my guests right here, so we can just stream. Y'all can see what I'm talking about. You can see the power of business networking and stuff like that. So back to the topic of virtuality versus reality, and how virtuality seems to be shaping and remolding. What? You guys leave your comments. What is it reshaping? To me, it's reshaping. When we say society, that's so non-transparent. It's literally shaping people. People are changing because they've lived in virtual worlds so much, where they can talk behind a screen, they can text behind a screen, they can send emojis for emotions, but you really don't know if that's what they feel or not because it's an emoji. That I feel like people are changing. So anyways, let's talk about one way people do feel like social media has positively affected our world. Virtuality has definitely did this. It's created more jobs and ways for companies to search for candidates or for people to search for jobs. So that goes both ways, right? Like, I remember a time if I needed a job, I had to literally go in, apply, like do a paper application, maybe call later, talk to the HR manager if he's not there, or ask for the hiring manager while I'm there. That's how applying for a job used to look. But if we notice, since the virtual world has existed, now you can apply online, you can upload your resume, you can download a resume if you're looking for candidates. But yeah, this may be one way, if we want to say virtuality has helped society, right? Or made things more convenient. And then that's another topic in its own. Who said that things being more convenient or constantly updating everything is healthy for society? Just my thoughts out loud. It also has helped people to stay connected with family, friends, co-workers, as I mentioned before, to having a real separate impact on society. Okay, what was I'm just reading my notes here. What was I going with that? But anyways, it's helped people stay connected, right? You can use Messenger. You can even video call somebody on the Messenger app of most social media platforms. Like, that's how real this is. A con, I guess I said, or something for us to think about, is this creating some type or some form of separation, like some type of division, where it gets to shaping views, opinions, and culture, or the way we view life in general, because we're able to, we could feel a thing and we get in a group. They got so many groups on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. They got like, hey, this is the entrepreneur group, this is the women boss group, this is the man in suits and ties group, this is the this religion group and that group, right? In reality, it's still the same. There's always been different sects and groups of people who believe different things, right? But it's like when you get on social media with it, people are more comfortable there in that virtual world because they almost absolutely know there's some type of group. They don't feel alone anymore. Even if it's just them that live at home with 7 cats, they know they can get in contact with this group of 30,000 other people who believe a similar interest of what they believe in. Y'all don't find that interesting? I didn't call it positive or negative, but these are my observations. The virtual world allows people to communicate more openly. Can we agree? Because, yeah, I feel like people say things because they're behind a screen, because they're behind a text message, because they're behind an email. And I didn't say positive or negative, but don't we all agree people are more open about, I think it's unconscious. I don't think people know they're being so open about themselves. The virtual world is so powerful. Like, they're sharing pictures everywhere they go. Every time they go to the mall, they want to show us they just got a new pair of Louis Vuitton heels. And who does it more than celebrities? Like, they got to show us every stage of their fame, every stage of their status, right? That's how they feel accepted. They got to get on Instagram and show you they just got a new Bugatti, and their buddies are in the back seat with them, and they're going to an all-white party with the Joneses, right? Why do people feel more open? Like, they just feel more open, or like they're looking for this type of acceptance. Like, I've never seen a day more, which I'm not that old, where people are so bold, like, well, this is who I am, take it or leave it. Like, no, I know I'm not tripping. People used to have a type of discreetness about themselves, Now they don't. Now it's like, take it or leave it. You know why? Because the virtual worlds exist. They know that even in reality, if you don't accept them over there or something, they have a whole community of virtual buddies. I'm finna talk about that too, because they got it where you go, hey, friend me on, follow me. I take that stuff literal. I mean, maybe I'm just one of the oddballs in society, but if I wouldn't follow you in real life, why would I follow you on social media? If I'm not friends with you, like I don't even know you, why am I friends with you, or why are we calling ourselves friends? Oh, it's just for the sake of the virtual world. Yes, to me, people have forgotten how to differentiate and keep separate reality from social media. Leave your comments and opinions in the comment section. 80%, according to research, 80% of all internet users are on platforms like Facebook. Now, listen to the word choice I use there. Internet users. That means just about everybody's using the internet in some form, shape, or fashion at this point. It's 2022. But it says 80% of internet users are on some type of social media platform, or what did I title this segment? Virtual world platform. Why do people feel like they feel like they're not completely connected to society if they don't have a social media platform? That's where I'm going to leave that. Leave your opinions in the comments. Here's another random question. Can memes be compared to, real life quotes? Like, quotes used to mean something, y'all. Like, this is my example. Like, when somebody and try not to read too much into what I'm saying, because that's what you internet users do. I'm just going to throw out random names. Michael Jordan, he makes a quote. We all know why that quote would be special. Let's see what Michael Jordan has to say. Gandhi or Martin Luther King or the president, for crying out loud. These people make a quote and it was like quoted. Muhammad Ali is like honorable because of whose mouth it came out of, right? And we know the achievements they've accomplished in life. Like, they weren't just talkers. They actually, whether we agreed with what they were doing or not, there was definitely much action behind their words. This is why a quote used to mean something. See, now we have what they call a meme. Oh, I hope I'm saying it right. I used to call it Mimi, or they were like, it's a meme, okay. But anyways, what was my question? Can memes or have memes become comparable to actual honorable quotes? See, now you can just kind of make up a quote because you're you, and you go put it on social media, you dress it all up, you put a flyer, whatever decorations you want on it, and now it's a meme or it's your quote. And now you're kind of waiting to see, because I was trying to save that one. Oh, that's my very next one. That's cool. Likes. What do likes mean? Because guess what? Some of us do not care whether you like us or not. But some of you other virtual world users literally deem the status of somebody, like status and how much you were worth used to be, you could go Google somebody's worth, their net worth, and it's literally like likes and shares determine your worth in the virtual world. And I've never been with that. I'll never be with that. I was always cool with my just 2119 likes, right? But does that mean, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it depends on what I was doing, what I was sharing, especially if it was like a photo. In my younger days, I would have people be like, man, this picture deserves way more likes. And I'm like, did you just use the word deserve? If they didn't like it, they didn't like it. But you see what you see. That don't mean they didn't see it. Or yeah. How do I have 2,000 friends but 19 likes on my most beautified photos? To me, yeah, the virtual world is, I learned early, I don't care how far the virtual world goes, I will never in my reality deem my worth off of a thumbs up, off of somebody's emoji towards me, somebody's meme. Like, even if I share my meme, that's special to me. If I created it, it's something I feel. So why would I let anxiety or my emotions be tied into who likes it or don't? But I don't think everybody grasps that concept. Boom. Emojis in its own way increased awareness of many issues and what others feel about them. Like, so pretty much it's just saying what I just said. Like, people begin to put their reality, souls, and being into whether somebody virtually likes you, virtually gives you a heart, a like, or a share, virtually comments on your opinions. Like, I'm giving my personal opinion. I don't want to tie myself into that. Do I use social media? Yeah. What's that statistic I just read to y'all? 80% of all internet users are on platforms like social media, like Facebook, and there's millions of other ones. Okay, so yeah, I'm probably one of the 80%. But have I lost touch with reality just because I visit the virtual world sometimes? And when I do I know the limit? Like, do I have a limitation on myself? Do I feel like I gotta check this every second? Do I feel like I gotta jump on YouTube and see who talking about me, or this podcast show to see who talking about me, or like, no, there's no peace in that. So anybody out there living like that, just check yourself. It's a self-reflection moment. Like, do not let virtuality suck all of the reality out of you, okay? Like, let's not play like emojis did not exist in the 70s and 80s. Let's not play like cell phones weren't even here yet. We didn't have access to them. So let's not play like the internet is not fairly new. Okay? Look how quick of a impact it's had on people, though. That's all this segment is about. The virtual world has somewhat shifted what contributing to someone means. Like, have y'all ever noticed it? Okay, like a GoFundMe, I've never really ran one, nor have I been a part of one, but I don't know. I don't know if it like advertises who contributes, but it does seem like there's these videos that go viral of somebody doing like these homeless men pranks to see if somebody will give them money, or these videos where they're like, hey, I gave a random man some money and I do this, and they're doing it. It's crazy. They're doing it. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but they're doing it for likes on YouTube. So how the homeless man supposed to feel? Is he supposed to take the sandwich and money while you're recording him on camera so you can monetize your channel, or are you giving that from your heart? It's the ball is in y'all court. Just leave your comments in the comment section. Because how this used to go, what you were contributing to someone, a cause, an opinion, an effort, it used to mean something, even if it wasn't noticed. But you know why? Because it was 9 times out of 10 done from your heart. It was done because you cared. Like, there was no social media for you to flash. The only way people would know who helped you just 2 decades ago is if that person you helped told somebody, or you went around blabbing your mouth about how you helped somebody. That's the only way people would know back then. So I'm just saying, now that the virtual world exists, don't it seem like people now more look for praise for what they do for people? Have I been affected that way? No. There's people on social media I know I've helped or whatever. I don't care. Because to me, the virtual world is the virtual world. I'm who I am in reality. They know who I am in reality. What is there to prove? But yes, if the conversation was to ever come about for whatever reason, we would know the facts. We would know the facts. So, but what are the facts if I was doing it from my heart? So what do the facts matter? Okay? It's just something I observed. Marketing and advertising has become more convenient for businesses, for entrepreneurs, for all type of companies, okay? There's like stocks out here and literally invested in the virtual world. So yeah, marketing and advertising is used. That statistic I just named, 80% of all internet users are on open platforms like Facebook. I would say about 60% of that 80 are probably businesses and companies and entrepreneurs. Just something to think about. That's probably a pro to the virtual world, right? It's different if virtual, like if there were these statute of limitations and only registered official licensed businesses could use social media, right? But no, it's not like that. It's open to everybody. So what do you do when you got all these different classifications and different opinion people and all in one? If you did that in reality, there's probably going to be a war eventually. So why? But in a virtual world, I guess it's safe, but it's not, because we're finna talk. I'm finna point some things out. Why would you put a bunch of people in a community like that? Just throw them in there. Everybody can post what they want or not post, and so now you just got a whole open world of free thinkers. Have shares and likes begin to validate a business's credibility? Well, according to some research I did, yeah. Some businesses feel like their business, ever since they joined the virtual community, their business actually took a loss somehow. And they feel like it was because of the likes and shares that they didn't get. So now somebody feels like they have the right to validate the value of your business, the credibility of your business, off of likes and shares. Something else for y'all to think about. Yeah, because it's like, what do you got to be doing to market your business just to get likes and shares? You're your business, like, and you could be marketing 5-6 times a day on every platform you're on, but if the virtual world doesn't accept you, are you still a business? Is this something you guys have ever thought about? Oh, there's been an increase of online learning, but let me tell you the con to that. Now that online learning options exist, you have a small community of people that have been debating that this is actually unhealthy, because you're studying from home, so you're probably going to look up the answers about everything. So are you really learning? Like, something to think about, y'all. Yeah. Before we had virtual world and internet on such a mass scale, how did people learn? That teacher was a teacher at home, or there was a teacher at school. So even though there's been an increase of online learning in the virtual world, are we becoming dumber? Because, are you really studying the same if you have access to more resources because you're at home? I mean, nobody wants to talk about it, but it's something to think about. Boom! I got a few cons on my list, and then I'm done because I have to check in for work in a minute. Lack of privacy has been a big deal since the virtual world has come about. I don't know who made these statistics, but it's what research is proving. Lack of privacy. Y'all, I'm not going to get too deep with that one. Lack of privacy. Think about it. Cheating of virtual students. I already talked about that one. So it's like, are they really even learning? Are they really even being taught? More young people growing up faster than they should be. Why? Because the online world is simply more advanced. There's far more information out there than our kids are even supposed to be exposed to. And if you're not monitoring every second, every minute, every hour of what your child is doing. We got some good parents out there. Y'all are on it. I'm just raising awareness about this. Yeah. You know, the more you expose them to the online world, or they're being exposed to it, they're supposed to be doing their virtual work, but they're really on something all on the internet and on YouTube. And we all know it's all type of content on YouTube. So, and it's just at your fingertips these days. It's crazy. So it's causing young people to grow up faster, according to research. What does growing up faster mean? Some of us, we still grew up faster, but it was over other things. And my question out there to you guys, if you leave a comment, is how you grew up faster, does that even matter? Growing up faster, is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? Can it be healthy? Can it be unhealthy? Those type of questions. And those type of things for us to think about. Because, I mean, we quick to make these jokes. Oh, these pandemic babies coming out like the girl, they smart, they ain't normal. These COVID babies. Cyberbullying has been on an all-time high since the virtual world has come about. And people cannot decipher between why do we think. Okay, let me talk about some examples of cyberbullying and how the crime has actually increased the more the virtual world advances. Rumors, leaked videos, defamation, or, just putting down somebody, just trying to take a person's whole reputation away from them. This is what you would call cyberbullying. Bullying, we'll get out here and say bullying wrong when a graduation gets shot up, because there has been 5 to 8 that I have researched personally. Across this nation, it's not even the end of May completely yet, and graduations in schools, that's just graduations though, but schools too, there's been this unfortunate events, and when they get to the root of the problem, it's always behind a bullying incident. Why would we not compare any type of bullying to any other type of bullying? You see what I'm saying? To me, bullying is bullying, and we only deem it wrong or unfortunate when, okay, isn't it unfortunate for a guy to have just went into the grocery store here in Buffalo and what happened there that we all know about, and these lives were taken? To me, that's also a form of bullying. Like, you just had an overhead on people that were innocently shopping in a grocery store. So boom, how are you bullying them? You coming there with the overhead on them. They're not aware that you're coming with the overhead on them. Like, I'm tired of people feeling, pretty much, I ain't gonna say too much, but it's like the virtual world has almost taught people to not be able to know whether they're a bully or not. Like, it's weird. Because, yeah, cyberbullying is a real thing. And actually, people have become more comfortable reality bullying because of cyberbullying. Because cyberbullying is so accessible. Oh, blackmail is another form of cyberbullying. So now all we can encourage one another to do, because I don't know if y'all understand, but 9 times out of 10, anything you've ever put on the internet, typing it, address, email, I wouldn't care if you think you deactivated the account and deleted it. It's still somewhere out there in the internet system, because it's like it doesn't go away. Should these things have been, like told to people before they even got into the virtual world? But everybody thinks the virtual world is so cool. They want the latest phone, they want the latest laptop, they the latest car that's doing all this virtual stuff. But do we know how that's affecting society and what's coming with it? Boom. A lot of us do, but it's one of those things that we try to remain unconscious about because we're comfortable in the now. Boom, don't say nothing later. And then now is already showing y'all how much has transpired since the virtual world has existed. That's the point of this segment. Identity theft, plagiarism, misuse of information are also forms of cyberbullying, in case anybody didn't know. So, now you have this war of reality versus the reality of privacy versus public. What do I mean? People's perceptions have been misconstrued somehow about the reality, or I'm not going to say the reality, the peace, the honor, the respect that used to come with privacy. Because first of all, they didn't know why. They were just addicted to sharing all this stuff about their life in the virtual world, because it was another world and they felt like they could do that because they're behind a screen. Have people's perception of reality, or the very concept of what used to make privacy sacred versus what even should be shared publicly and what shouldn't, right? I've seen many posts where somebody might comment and say, why would you share that? Like, that's your personal business. Or somebody gets offended at what somebody said, and what they call it, a clapback would be, why did you share that publicly, openly on the internet if you didn't want somebody to comment on it? Which I always thought was a great point. How you gonna share something about your personal business, your personal view, your personal opinion on the internet and expect nobody to publicly respond, whether their response was against or for what you spoke for? Y'all see what I'm saying? It's just, to me, it's starting a whole bunch more, but everybody's comfortable in the virtual world. Y'all don't even know what's sacred, what's respectable to be public, like to come public about, and what's sacred about privacy. It's cool. This is how a lot of us have become, just victims to a lot of different, unfortunate cyber attacks. Now, I've already did my other segments in case you're new to my channel, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe, guys. But I've done my segments too. Don't think I'm just out here talking about this. No. Way back, just go through the videos. I've talked about ways to protect yourself in the virtual world, and even then, just like you can do all the protecting of yourself in the physical world too, and people still look for breaches and ways to hurt you. Boom, it's the same thing in the virtual world. But I would find it a little wiser to up your security on your digital devices if you're going to use the virtual world and share public information about yourself, share public opinions and views about what you personally think. Up that security. Because even though I named defamation, blackmail stuff, everything I just named, leaked videos, I didn't make the laws, it's against the law. But how are you going to prove or protect, how are you going to bring up that you were even hurt this way, or that somebody crossed you this way, if you don't have any way to prove that this even happened to you, right? All I'm saying is there are apps out here, there are cyber security, companies out here, business insurance companies, because they know you can't just kind of like alleviate or avoid everything, but when it happens, look, you're protected. Look, when they steal your device, look, we get you another one. When this happened, we can do this. Defamation, something you can bring them to court because you got evidence, okay? But it's just something to think about. Are you willing to go through all of this just to live in the virtual world? And Meta is Meta already, but what I just wonder I already see a lot of people, boy, they're gonna be avatars quick. They're gonna live in the metaverse because they're comfortable there now. It ain't even full-blown avatar, you live and have a virtual home, virtual car, virtual bank account yet, right? But a lot of people gonna be one of the first ones in there, because you and I'm gonna be able to say it then. Like, I could tell. I feel like I could tell the ones that would be more comfortable in a virtual world than actually accepting the reality and living with the reality of who they are, or doing any type of real work about who they are or what needs to be done in society. That's just how I feel. So we talked about the friend concept already. It's something to that to me. You send in friend requests. That seems, y'all so quick to call a woman a pick me or desperate, but isn't it a little desperate to request, hi, will you be my friend? Can I see your profile page every day? Can I have access to your life on your profile page? Because that's what a friend request is. And being able to decipher how this is affecting real relationships. And let y'all marinate on that one. Leave your comments in the comments section, okay? Woo, it's almost time to go to work, so I'm almost through here. Virtual reality, practically in a nutshell, allows us to access situations that we wouldn't, and otherwise we wouldn't been able to have access to, right? Somebody pulls out their phone at a situation and begins to record. But because you saw the recording, it's like everybody's jurors now, everybody's DAs now. You saw this, you recorded it, you uploaded it. So now 1,000 commenters get to comment their opinions about a situation that wasn't even there. Oh, well, I was there, I saw it on camera. Is this healthy? Is this unhealthy? Should everything be recorded? Once again, I'm not the first one to say it, but it's never a bad time during the age of virtual technology to me to bring out points of how this is affecting us in reality. Thank you guys for tuning in to another live segment with the Crown Content Publications YouTube channel where publishing and marketing meet. I do these type of segments, but like I said, they're just like, I like to call them inspirational reality check, mental check segments, because we get so caught up in ourselves, guys. We get so caught up in what everybody else is doing, and we don't even see how when we try to go do it, it's affecting us. What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comment section. Don't forget, at 4 p.m. Mountain Time today, we'll have Mr. John Irvin, a entrepreneurial, it's a Texas accent. It's hard for me to put U and A's together, but slash proofreader and novelist. We will have him on the podcast show. I'm going to leave the link in the comment section, because what's going to start happening, or my vision is, though y'all tune in with me on the segments here, even though we're not streaming live yet, when y'all do that, you'll be able to come in and say, hey, great show last night. The unsubscribers won't know our foreign communication, and I'll be like, thank you. But you'll be talking about my separate podcast show, okay? And in case you want to tune in to previously recorded segments, I'm also with authors and entrepreneurs. I'm going to leave the link to the show in the comment section, so don't even worry about that. Thank you guys for your support, and until next time.